Because tomorrow, the main talking point this weekend is the film will carry off the most awards this year. A good time, perhaps, then, to ask whether the cinema, as we've known it for the last century, is pretty much doomed. Will we still be going to the pictures in 10 years' time, as in that building down the road? Or will we all be gathered around a computer screen with our popcorn to watch the downloads from the internet? According to the Office for National Statistics, there were more than 170 million visits to the cinema in the UK. This is stats for 2004. At the last count in 2003, an estimated 1.7 million people in the UK illegally downloaded films. As with music, film downloads are becoming more frequent, cheaper and legally available at a planned 99p for some films. And with the quality of the latest home cinema systems, why pay more when you can download legally at home for less? Well, a few people to talk about this. Paul Myers has founded the Whippet download site, is here today. So is Michael Bonner, who's the film editor at Uncut magazine, and the film critic Chris Hewitt. Gentlemen, welcome to you all. Paul, what's the idea? You think we're going to watch more movies at home than we do at the cinema?
Yeah, I think it's... I don't necessarily think it's going to knock the cinema, but it would certainly take something from...
Didn't we have this with VHS tapes,
yeah.
then DVDs? We're all going to knock cinema attendances, and then we kept going.
And television didn't kill radio, and radio didn't kill books, and so, you know, it just moves around with different formats. If it will do anything, it maybe will take away from DVD sell-through.
But your business plan is to take a gamble on the popularity of film downloads, right?
Yeah, we did it with music downloads, and we've done OK there, and, yeah, the next step is movies.
What do you reckon, Michael? Would you prefer to see a movie at home or in the cinema?
No, I think at the cinema. I think, you know, the whole point of cinema is the spectacle, the event. And, you know, as advanced as many home entertainment systems are now becoming, nothing can quite take away from, you know, sitting in a darkened room with a massive, you know, 30-foot screen watching King Kong or whatever, you know, The Matrix or something like that. I think, you know, I kind of agree.
It's a social event, isn't it?
It is a social event. You go to a movie, then you're going to have a piece of pie afterwards and talk about it, you know.
Yeah.
And I think Paul's absolutely right. I mean, I don't think we need to be calling in the priest yet to read the last rites on cinema. It's kind of like, you know, the internet didn't kill books, you know. And
what's your take on this, Chris? Do you enjoy still going to the cinema? You have to go to the cinema for your job.
It is my job, yeah. But I still love going to the cinema. I still love the experience of having people talking through a movie and kicking the back of my seat.
Do you?
Throwing popcorn, yeah. But people love going to the cinema. It's an event. You know, families go. You know, but it's such an incredibly expensive thing that I can see the appeal of downloading movies, because, you know, sometimes you have to go, you know, you pay for your parking, you pay for food, maybe go for a meal afterwards, maybe do something else. So sometimes you can maybe think, in London especially, going to the cinema in a group maybe will cost upwards of £100.
Because as we showed, the stats showed, didn't they, that there was a dip, I think, around about the time that VHS and DVD film watching sort of really kicked in. But now cinema going is enjoyed something of a resurgence.
Cinemas are nice.
Yeah, they are. Well, apart from my local, but I mean, I think, you know, there is truth in the fact that the way that people consume movies has changed simply because of the way that our lifestyles have changed in terms of, you know, people's working hours, family commitments, and it is a lot easier and cheaper often to, you know, get a movie on DVD and watch it when you put the kids to bed, and you can pause it if they wake up or whatever. You know, there's a convenience there. But ultimately,
like my kids, they just watch them several times over. Why, Paul, do you think you can take on the DVD market? Because that's been a phenomenal success, hasn't it? And the DVD rental phenomenon is still going strong.
I don't think it's necessarily we're taking on the DVD market, but it's just a natural progression as people get greater bandwidth, as compression technologies get better, the files get smaller, the pipes get bigger. Why do I want to go out and stand in the rain and go to a rental shop and browse through and find everything's out of date? I hit a button, I sit back, I make a cup of tea, I come back and get the movie I want. And also, it's not just confined to the living room or the computer screen, as you say. We are getting home cinemas at home. Screens are getting bigger, sound systems are getting bigger as well. But also starting to have them on handheld devices as well. You know, people...
I'm very dubious about that. I
really? You don't see people on the train?
With all due respect to PSP, which is a clever machine, you can't enjoy a film on the screen that size.
You can watch a TV show on the tube. But,
sure. That's a bit different, isn't it?
What
are you doing for your films-wise? Have you got the same restrictions, though, on getting the films that are at the cinema now? And there's still a delay before you can offer them as a download, right?
Exactly. It's going to be the same as it is with DVD. it's a
Which
self-run
varies,
model.
actually. 3 months, 6 months?
Yeah,
Depends on the studio.
it's getting
doesn't
shorter and shorter because you know there's also the piracy issues. The fact that you know there's a movie that may be in the cinema now, I can go down the pub and buy from somebody with a sports bag straight away, and these things have to be addressed. They're competing against that black market as well.
Steven Soderbergh's new film Bubble,
Yeah.
actually released simultaneously in cinemas on DVD.
I read that,
and,
yes. Now, why did they
available to
do that?
download. I think he just basically wants to get it out there to as many people as he can and cut out that window. It's
Because
so
it used to be
frustrating
something
having
of a
to wait 6
condemnation,
months.
wasn't it? If the film was rubbish, it went straight to DVD, you know, just for a few 100,000 copies. Straight to download implies you haven't that much confidence it's going to work as a
Well,
theatrical
Soderbergh's
release.
an innovator, and I think with a movie like Bubble, which is very low budget, I think shot in digital film, not a huge stake in it really. I think it's a perfect film to experiment and see whether people will download it and go to the cinema and buy the DVD.
How does the cinema respond to this challenge then? Do they have to make the theatre going, the cinema going even more enjoyable, go up market, make it higher quality?
Yeah, they do. I mean, you know, there's an element where...
Your local place has to shut then, maybe. You might have a revamp.
Well, yeah, apart from the Rio in Dalston, which I like. But I think, you know, as technology increases anyway, at a fairly furious rate, you know, inevitably that will mean that cinemas have the opportunity to experiment with
Because
that new
most
technologies.
modern multiplex is
Yeah.
pretty good, isn't it? The screen size there, the quality is good, the sound is outstanding,
Yeah.
most of them, right?
Yeah.
And you'd be hard-pressed, with all due respect, Paul, to have, most people won't have the kit to recreate that experience at home.
But I don't think we're competing with that. We're competing with, you know, how you get your DVD delivered and whether you want to go and buy a plastic box and everything with it or hit the button. We really, I mean, you know, we don't want to compete with the theatre experience at all.
It's complementary to it. OK,
Thank you.
we'll leave our conversation there, guys.